Babushka!
Welcome back, our lovely friends,
to another episode of Learn With Us,
where we take video content that is worth your time
and we learn from it
with you. Today, I got a hat on because it's a little cool in the building. He's got a hood on for the same reason.
No, I just want to be cool.
Alright, fair. And we're watching a video that few different subscribers sent our way.
Yes.
You know,
Indeed.
one from the man, the myth, the mystic, the Sadhguru. And today he's talking about a new agey type topic, eh?
Uh-huh.
The law of attraction.
Not something you'd initially think that he'd be talking about.
Manifestation. How you can get everything you want. We are spiritual beings in physical bodies that can manifest everything that we want in this world of abundance. How many YouTubers have you heard say that?
A lot.
There's
Have you
a
ever
lot.
manifested anything?
Oh, I would like to know below in the comments. Have you?
Yep.
Same. Keep it on the down low, though.
Well, hey, we're not going to tell you, but you better tell us.
Yeah. We'll talk about it some other day if you're
All right.
interested.
Ooh, that would be a fun one. Yeah, let us know if you want to know what we've manifested. All right, kids. Class is in session. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go.
Everything we as human beings have created on this planet was essentially first created in our minds. All that you see, which is human work on this planet, first found expression in the mind, then it got manifested in the outside world.
That's a lot of stuff.
I think that's a really neat thing that we don't give enough credit for.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Because it seems so simple, but I think it kind of, for both of us, made us think a little bit more than usual.
yeah, it's like, how incredible is it that every single thing you interact with on a daily basis, not every single thing you interact with, every single thing you interact with that was man-made, first started just as an idea.
Yeah.
And like maybe you saw some inspiration that made you think, oh, we could do that. Like you saw birds flying and you thought, I want to fly. But then you had to, in your brain, just be like, so how the hell do I do that?
It's crazy. Yeah.
And it's, hey, pat yourselves on the back for being able to do that. Take things, just have things up here and then just make them work. I feel like everyone deserves a pat on the back for that. All right.
My man's getting soft over here.
Yeah. I love you, and you should love yourself too.
Wow.
All right. Let's
Well,
do it.
That was kind of nice.
There is a wonderful story in the Yogic Lore. On a certain day, a man took a walk. He went for a long walk. Accidentally, unawares, he walked into paradise. Fortunate, isn't he? He just took a walk and he landed up in paradise. After this long walk, he felt little tired. So he thought, oh, I'm tired. I wish I could rest somewhere. He looked around, there was a nice tree, underneath which there was very cushiony grass. So it was inviting. He went and put his head down there and slept. After a few hours he woke up, well rested, and he thought, oh, I'm well rested, but I'm feeling hungry. I wish I had something to eat. And he thought about all the nice things that he ever wanted to eat in his life. And instantly, all those things appeared in front of him. You need to understand, there the service is like that. Hungry people don't ask questions. Food came and he ate. Stomach became full. Then he thought, oh, my stomach is full. I wish I had something to drink. All the nice things that he ever wanted to drink He thought about it and all of them just appeared in front of him. Drinking people also don't ask questions, so he drank. Now with a little bit of alcohol in him, you know Charles Darwin told you, all of you are monkeys, your tail fell away. Not me, Charles Darwin told you that you were all monkeys and your tail fell away and then you became human. Yes, definitely the tail fell away. But the monkey, in yoga, we always refer to an unestablished mind as Markata, which means a monkey. Why we are referring to the mind as a monkey is…
Oh, don't you… How cool would it be to be able to move like a monkey? Oh my gosh!
Dude, that it's like twisting just with its tail wrapped around a branch.
Okay, again, like we don't have tails, but we could move a lot more like monkeys than we do. We could do a lot cooler things with these bodies.
I mean, look at the people who are like experts in different fields of movement.
Yeah. Oh.
Like
Eli and I are both into this new type of practice it's just called movement, and you basically learn how to move your body and become really familiar with what the ground is and what your relationship to the ground is. And it's really crazy. It's like learning again how to move like a child or a monkey.
Yeah, it's like trying to combine all the different forms of movement practices, such as like martial arts, but then yogic practices.
Yeah.
And all these different things, or like reenacting animals. And it just makes you feel like so free.
Yeah, because there's no form to it. For me, there's no…
Yeah.
I'm not watching a video, I just go out and I do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really cool just feeling like I can do this in a way that's making me sweat, making me breathe really hard, or I can do it in a really slow, methodical, more yogic type way. Like, yeah.
But yeah, so back to where we're at.
Okay.
There's we're in paradise. This man is under a tree. Everything that he's wishing for is appearing to him.
Yes.
But now we're talking about how his mind is untrained. So we need to find out what happens.
Yes.
And imitation is full-time job of the mind. So when these two qualities are on, a mind is referred to as a monkey. So this monkey became active within him. He just looked around, thought, what the hell is happening here? I asked for food, food came. I asked for drink, drink came. There must be ghosts around here, and ghosts came. Oh, the ghosts have come, they're going to surround me and torture me, he thought. Immediately the ghosts surrounded him and started torturing him. Then he started screaming in pain and said, oh, they're going to kill me, and he died. Just now he said he's a fortunate being. The problem is he was sitting under a kalpavriksha or a wishing tree. He asked for food, food came. He asked for drink, drink came. He asked for ghost, ghost came. He asked for torture, torture came. He asked for death, death happened.
This reminds me of this YouTuber that Eli and I sometimes listen to, pretty new agey. His name's Aaron Dotree. And he talks about this thing. I feel like you were the one who told me about it, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like you create your own truth. Like the truth that you say is the truth that's going to manifest in your reality. Like if you say, I'm bad at tennis, you're not going to get good at tennis, even though that is probably your desire. If you're poor at something, if you're identifying with being poor at something, you are not even giving yourself the opportunity to become good at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like, well, two things on this. First is that dreaming is so much like what he's talking about right now, especially like the lucid dream experience. Because if you're in a lucid dream, which I suggest all of you try to learn to do because it is fantastic. Maybe we'll make some videos about that.
Ooh,
could be cool.
That would be really cool.
But in lucid dreams, you'll often be in like, there's different stages of lucidity. Like you could be so lucid that anything you think appears.
Wow.
Or you could be lucid to a level where you know you're dreaming, but you can think of something and it won't appear. But no matter what, whenever you're thinking, those things are somehow directly influencing what's around you.
Oh.
To the point where if you think this person is going to attack me, or you become violent with them, they become violent at you. But then what's really interesting is that if you learn to instead treat them with love, all of a sudden these magical things start happening where you can literally like shoot healing energy at people, and then they'll become something like beautiful right in front of you. And it's like some of the most beautiful stuff you've seen. But that then kind of pulls back to regular reality, and the fact that, I mean, I think in a lot of ways dreams just reflect regular reality with less physical boundary.
Yep.
But then in regular reality, when you are expecting something from someone, you are already going to start acting in a certain way towards them and within yourself. That's going to create an expectation of what should happen, which will make that thing more likely to happen.
Ooh.
And it's like, if we're going about that consciously, and that's kind of the difference he's talking about right now, is that this guy was doing it unconsciously. He was just going like, oh my gosh, there must be ghosts. Oh, there are ghosts. They're probably going to hurt me. When if he had consciously noticed like, oh, this thing happened that I thought, this thing happened that I thought, and you have that pause where you can be like, well, anything I think will come true, you know?
Yeah.
And then you focus on that rather than how scary it could get.
And then you realize that you can consistently be positively manifesting things in your lives. Because even like, because in this sense manifestation is real, because you are creating this expectation which is dictating how you're acting, which is drawing those things more into your life. You could be unconsciously right now manifesting tons of negative things in your life. But once you become conscious of that, you can try to put a positive spin on things, because that will actually, it won't just be you shifting your perception of reality. That could actually change your reality.
Yeah.
If you are positively looking at things, because you're going to be acting differently on them, which is going to change your life.
Like next time you're nervous to try something, you can literally say to yourself, I'm nervous to try, like, first of all, recognizing that you're nervous to try it, but that your first thoughts are going to go negative a lot of the time. They're going to be like, I won't be able to do this. I won't be. But then if you try flipping that and say, think about the good thing that will happen if you do that, then all of a sudden you gain confidence.
Yeah.
And that's when you can just act in more ways. So I feel like that's how the law of attraction or like manifestation type stuff works inside of you.
Yeah.
But then of course there are potentially different dimensional planes that are working in different ways. Maybe we'll get into that now.
We'll see.
Let's see.
Now don't go looking for these kalpavrukshas in the forest. You can barely find a tree these days. A well-established mind, a mind which is in a state of samyukti, is referred to as a kalpavruksha. If you organize your mind to a certain level of…
That's right.
Oh.
That's right.
You can create a wishing tree in your mind if it's an…
That was sick.
That's so sick.
Why are we always… Oh my gosh, the power of the mind. You know, it makes you be like, why are we always searching for these… We keep going external to be like, where can I find the thing that's going to make my life better?
Oh.
What if this was it?
It's all up in here.
Dang.
It's all up in here. That's what he's telling you.
I love that.
No, Sadhguru's so awesome. He's just like, he's always saying how it's all inside you. He's just telling you how your body's supposed to be functioning.
Yeah.
And what the possibilities of what you can do with yourself. He's not trying to sell you anything.
I'm taking inner engineering right now, so I guess he is trying to sell you something. But
he doesn't, like, I mean, he barely ever talks about it. Like, he's not like, it's not like at the end of all of his videos, he's like, hey, by the way, take my inner engineering course.
Yeah.
No, like
No, and by sell something there, like the amount of other things he's doing with that money, like I would gladly give this man my money.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
But so I wasn't trying to say that, but I'm taking inner engineering right now. And the biggest shift that's been happening has been my mindset as to what I should be focusing on. Like, rather than focusing on learning certain practices or learning certain ways of being and then following those to a T, it's more going within yourself as much as possible and seeing what the possibilities are here. And exploring that on your own and giving yourself the time to explore that, because I think naturally we move towards, like, naturally the more time you spend on something, the more you unlock that thing.
Ooh.
So the more attention we pay to our internal world, the more we're going to start unlocking different ways that these things...
And that's always going to be moving us in the right direction.
Exactly. And if your internal world is the thing, as we were saying just now with the wishing tree...
Yeah.
If your internal world is what's going to be that wishing tree, then that's the thing that we should all be paying attention to.
So cool. Oh, that was so sick.
Organization, it in turn organizes the whole system. Your body, your emotion, your energies, everything gets organized in the direction. Once all these 4 dimensions of you, your physical body, your mind, your emotion and the fundamental life energies are organized in one direction, once you're like this, anything that you wish happens without even lifting a little finger actually. It would help to assist it with activity, but even without doing any activity, you can still manifest what you want if you organize these 4 dimensions in one direction and keep it unwavering in that direction for a certain period of time.
Reminds me of the episode that we did early on with our Sadhguru, like Learn With Us series, about the importance of unwavering focus on something.
Think about how many times we start something and then do not follow through with it. And I think that's the thing about like unwavering focus, is that unwavering focus is gonna make it happen. You know, like you're gonna find a way. The difference is that I think the whole idea of like a clear mind and having your what was it? Physical mind aligned, body aligned, emotions aligned,
life force
aligned. But with the mind, the thing is that when your mind is still, that is when you're going to start seeing what actually matters. And that's going to make the thing that you focus on clear.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
I think the issue is that our minds are jumping from thing to thing to thing. We don't have that clarity. So then we don't know that, oh, this is the thing that I want to be focusing on right now.
Yeah. There have been a few times in my life, like I know we vaguely talked about like that, oh, we've manifested things in our past. But I think that the things that I feel like I have in some ways manifested have just been me having this super unwavering focus that every time I'm like, oh, I'm going to fail, times where in the past I would have just veered off and done something else. It's like you just stay the course. It's just like you have blinders on and you stick with it.
Yeah.
It always eventually you get to where you need to be.
Yeah, and getting
It's
that
amazing.
mind state of the blinders up
Yeah.
is interesting. But we also, like, I think that's the difference. Like, we think blinders up, but also a clear mind just means, oh, these things just don't matter.
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
like, it's not as if you like have to shut yourself off from the rest of the world.
Well, it's that you've like experienced everything and you know, you're like, oh, I don't have any question anymore about what I need to do, where I need to go. And then once you're headed in that direction, you know, whether it's something that you feel like you really need to be incorporated into your life or something you need to internally change, like once you have that direction, there is no need to look left and right because you've already done that a million times. You're like, I know where I need to go. I'm getting there right now.
Nice. Yeah, you guys feel similarly? Love to hear.
Or not. Love to hear.
Or not.
Right now the problem with your mind is, every moment it is changing its direction. It is like you want to travel somewhere, and every 2 steps if you keep changing your direction, the question of you reaching the destination is very remote unless it happens by chance. So, organizing our minds and in turn organizing the whole system and these 4 basic dimensions of who you are right now in one direction, if you do this, you are a kalpavruksha yourself. Anything that you wish will happen.
I feel like this is a nice spot to pause and say, we've talked about a lot of things already.
Yep.
And we want to keep these a reasonable length.
Yes, as you've all been asking.
Sometimes we just go and,
Yeah.
you know, we've been thinking more and more like we want to get less and less edited in the way that we interact with you guys.
Yeah.
And that's just because in this, especially in this type of work, like figuring out what's fulfilling, there's so many people, I think, that are like, talk about what's fulfilling in such this like clean and perfect way that it's like, then I feel like you can't even reflect that into yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And I think my favorite stuff so far interacting with all of you guys has been just the genuinity. Is that a word? Genuineness? The genuineness of being like, we are so lucky to already have 500 people who are just excited to talk about the same things that we're excited to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like unreal for us. So we just want to keep becoming as raw as we can be.
Right, because we're just figuring this all out with you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're just going back and forth on the comments or on these videos, and we're here to learn from you. You're here to learn from us. We're all here to learn from Sadhguru. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like,
No, he's here to learn from us.
he's learning. but it's like, it's not going to be clean. It's not going to be all edited up. It's
Yeah.
going to be something that's like we're working through it in real time with you. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're here for the ride, let's
Strap
do it. Oh, jeez. All right. Hey, anyway,
Well,
let us know if you got any suggestions for other videos to check out. Let us know if you've manifested anything, if you've been able to turn your mind into a kalparuksha.
all right, folks. Well, next episode will be dropping sometime soon.
Yes.
We don't know when, but, you know, it'll be the next reaction that we drop.
Yeah.
And we'll see you then.
Yeah. Much love.
Much love.